Hi Capricorns, welcome to your Aries season general check-in. And this reading is inspired by the Venus-Chiron conjunction that is happening today, March the 27th, in the sign of Aries. So that is in your fourth house. That has a lot to do with your inner world, your emotions, your comfort at home, your relationship to the mother or women in your lineage, your ancestors, that type of thing, okay? Your home life, your property, those types of things. So let's see what is healing for you. And this is something that has started since 2018. Maybe you have been questioning where you belong, okay? You've been trying to improve relationship with women or your mother, your sisters, not necessarily sisters, but because it's Venus, I would just say women on a whole, okay? Sisters could fall along that line. So let's see what's your theme, Capricorns. For Capricorns, please, what's the theme for Capricorns? Okay, Sacred Lust here. This is a heart chakra card though it might seem like sexual in nature. Let me read it before I see what I think. Ketish, you're an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and receive pleasure. You deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good. So allow yourself to feel good. Lean into your sacred lust. Turn up your own fire and quench your thirst. Starts with pleasure. You're daring to embrace your sensuality. You set the world on fire. Declaration is it feels good to feel good. So this is similar to what I told your sister sign, Cancer. Their one was like vows of poverty that came through their lineage and how it kept them stuck, a part of connections that replace that. I feel for you, there could be shame that was passed through the lineage as it relates to sex, and there could be some type of wound that you have there. Okay, so let's get some more. And I had to cover her body because it was nude, and YouTube doesn't allow that. But it's about I also see our physical body as the home for our soul. So I think the fourth house also represents that, and it's feeling safe and secure in your body. What else do we have with the Sacred Lust as a theme for the Venus-Aries conjunction? Venus-Chiron conjunction, please, for Capricorns. Transformation. Ooh, there's a change that is happening for you all. On a soul, physical level. Could be in a connection also. What do we have for Capricorns, please? What is this conjunction inspiring or changing or healing? Because this is a healing energy. Healing to finances, healing to love, healing to the way you regard pleasure. Venusian energy does have to do with pleasure. All right. And you are a Saturn rule sign, so normally it could mean foregoing pleasure for discipline and perseverance and stuff like that, and not allowing yourself time to feel good. So that's transforming, that's changing. What do we have for Capricorns, please? The Seven of Pentacles. The Hierophant. One more. The Four of Wands. You might want to check out Cancer's reading, because I'm getting a similar energy, just in a different font. Because for theirs, it's about them walking away from connections where they're not able to be their authentic self. For you, I kind of feel like it's a little bit similar. Seven of Pentacles refers to us taking inventory and stock about where we've invested in things, what went well, what didn't go well, and hopefully with that, being able to adjust, right? It's like if you farm and you see what crops grew properly and what didn't, and look at the conditions in which, did you overwater, did you underwater, did you put enough fertilizer or not, you know, did you get enough sun, that type of thing. You're taking stock, taking inventory of connections that you've invested in. The Hierophant, Four of Wands, is the home life, it's the commitment, it's the culture that we are accustomed to, that we've grown up in. And I feel for you, with these energies at the bottom of the deck, it's clear there's something here that there's a block. Okay, and now you have to make a choice. Now, could this be the choice between two people for some of you? Maybe. We see two queens. But this could literally just be inside. This, for me, is the sacred lust. Okay? This also, to me, could be the sacred lust, because it has a lot to do with feeling good on an emotional level. Let's talk more interested. The Seven of Pentacles was reversed in the bottom here. Tell me more about the investment with the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about the investment with the Seven of Pentacles. There's a masculine here. Yeah, I've kind of figured that when I saw those two queens. Four of Wands again. Okay, this is about a home life, a partnership, a family, whether it's a family you come from, which would be like your foundation, or the family that you're building, which would be like your new foundation. The Knight of Cups, the divine masculine here. I didn't want this to be a love reading. What's going on? What is going on? Okay, so there's a masculine energy here that if you're a female in gender, you could be looking at the type of men that you've attracted and doing that same thing that I said with the farming energy, where you basically take stock of, you know, when it worked well and when it didn't work well. I don't think that you should give up, because we do have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse. But you definitely want to adjust the way you do things with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like, okay, it's time for a little bit of change. We need to tweak out a little bit the work that you've been putting in, because obviously it's not yielding the actual results that you want. Okay, so perhaps now this time, instead of you actually doing the work with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's more so guiding you to let the other person, let the cup come to you. Okay, now if you're the masculine, this could be where you realize that there's more that you have to do. Okay, where you have to go far to give the cup if you want to have the love. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? All right, that's way too much. Let's see if they will come back out. Why is the Hierophant here? For some of you, there could be a masculine energy here that is considering, they still give me 3 cards. Anyways, there is a masculine here that is considering giving more because they felt good in some type of relation, and that's changed things for them. That's changed the way that they want to invest or commit. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse now, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. We did see that Queen of Cups here, right? Yeah. Six of Cups does represent the past. I told you the Seven of Pentacles is about what you invest. But with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, Five of Wands in the reverse, Devil in the reverse. Ooh, we got the King of Cups. And there goes the Queen of Pentacles. Choosing self. There's a feminine energy that is choosing self here. And because they've pulled back, okay, so for my feminine energies, when I told you that's a new way you got to do about doing things, that might yield results for you now. Because instead of you doing things the forceful way, which would be like this, right? The forceful way, forcing connection, forcing attachment, you pull back. And that allows someone to time and space to introspect, it feels. What is this Queen of Cups in the reverse? Because normally the Queen of Cups, she's very giving of her emotions, but in reverse, I'm more so pulling myself in to myself. There is divine union here, so this is about, I mean, the Four of Wands is here twice. That's normally twin flame, divine union, depending on what ideology you subscribe to. There's miracles here. So there's a transformation that the transformation is right there. There is definitely a change here in a connection that was unexpected. Four of Wands is here twice upright. Tell me more about it. The Knight of Swords in the reverse and the Devil in the reverse. Interesting. We have the Eight of Swords, the Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups upright. Knight of Swords could be very impulsive. The Devil could be very toxic. This is changing. The toxicity that was experienced between two people is changing. Why is it changing? The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and Nine of, because someone gave up. Why is this toxicity changing? Assistance and communication. Someone spoke to someone who gave them guidance on how to be a part of a partnership, I guess. Especially since this Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, like she stopped trying. How is this changing? The Chariot in the reverse. Someone stopped trying to control the way things are. Strength card in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Stop thinking selfishly. I want to get one more. What's the Devil in the reverse? Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Okay, so they slowed down, and the fact that, oh, this is so weird. The fact that someone didn't even want to bond anymore at a toxic level. Like, you know, they say that as long as the fighting keeps happening, like someone is willing to try. But the minute one person stops engaging, even at that level, it's almost next to irrecoverable. Okay? And so I feel because that has slowed down, that isn't there anymore. Now someone is definitely in their head because they've been waiting what almost feels in vain, and nothing has been happening. So the foundation of a relationship is changing. What's the advice here for the feminine in this situation? Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The person has to meet you halfway, and meet you halfway, you have to be on the same page, right? Has to meet you halfway in a way that they are actually putting in work from a healthy space. What's your advice for the masculine? The Ten of Wands in the reverse. And the Moon card in reverse. You have to unburden yourself of the things that you've kept hidden. How you feel, your fears, your concerns, your worries. If you have fears and concerns about what feel like giving up control, I guess, you have to talk about it. You can't keep it in. You have to unburden yourself, basically. Okay, and the outcome of this in Aries season between these two people. The Hangman in the reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and one more. The King of Wands in the reverse. Pisces energy could be significant. That is your third house, so communication. Yeah, oh yeah. Communication is to the bottom here. Communication is important in Aries season for you all. You have to talk. Okay. Hangman in the reverse is something that is no longer delayed. It's also seeing things from a first perspective. Now, the Eight of Pentacles upright is normally somebody who's putting in the work. The King of Wands is also someone who is a leader, who has no problem putting in the work too. But these two in the reverse is someone who isn't putting in the work, someone who isn't taking action. So I think this is what is going to change, because the Hangman is also present, so it like negates these two. So it's like if you were waiting for that person to move forward and to do things, they will finally do it now. What's the next steps taken by the King of Wands in reverse? The Six of Wands in reverse. One more. Upright, it's an ego-driven card. So perhaps this King of Wands finally lets down their ego. Yeah, and choose love. Okay. They finally put down their ego and move from a space of love instead. All right, Capricorns, until next time, be blessed.